Hey, if you're tired of cheap appliances breaking every year and wasting your time and money, this tiny kitchen above my shop, it changed everything for me, seriously. I went with premium, built-to-last pieces, Wisconsin commercial mini fridge, a German 18-inch dishwasher, a Kohler commercial sink, ECM dual boiler espresso machine, and a Ceado Italian grinder. And they have saved me thousands in replacements and maintenance and hours every week. Stick around to the end, and I will tell you my absolute favorite part of this setup. So here we got just the row of simple cabinets with a birch butcher block with the hole cut for the Undermount sink, simple pantry cabinet to the right for equipment and cups and glasses and things. First, just the coffee area. This is set up very basic and nice. Nice sign there. Grinder is a Ceado E37S made in Italy. And the espresso machine is a ECM Synchronika, and that is from Germany. Dual boiler machine there. And it's also plumbed in with an inline filter, which is good to have. The Ceado, the grinder, it has a very nice high precision setup for dialing in the grind and a timer for getting exactly as much as you need, depending on the grind and roast that you have. That whole mechanism is just absolutely beautiful, very well designed, easy to maintain, easy to keep clean, and just works excellent. This is the shot timer and PID controller on the espresso machine. So very understated there. So you have still the classic look of a quality machine. Pressure gauges there for the two stainless steel boilers on that. And just a very historic looking, nice setup and configuration with just the understated controls of the very basic electronics, just as much as you need there. And this is a Kohler Vault sink, which was just in the process of cleaning when I came up with the idea for this. But it's just a very commercial style, simple, nice setup with an entertainment faucet there. Nothing too elaborate, but very functional, very simple. This is a U-line Undermount commercial fridge. It's designed to be built in, and that's an important thing to have in a fridge that you're using in that way. Holds plenty for a situation like this in a studio, and it's from Wisconsin. Very basic, simple design, easy to maintain, lasts a long time. This is a Bosch 300 series 18-inch apartment style dishwasher. Again, just very, very simple design. Nothing elaborate, nothing fancy, but it's made in Germany. We've got one of these also at the lake, and these are easy to maintain, easy to repair. The one at the lake actually gets winterized every year for the winter, and it has done really well there. Get some grinding going. Maintenance is really important to me, and having things that last and things that can be used over the years makes a huge difference. And so even though things might cost a little bit more at the onset, just the fact that you have something that you can use for many, many years and maintain. Commercial style espresso machines like this, they last for many, many years, easily 20 plus years. And even at that point, you're just talking about basic maintenance things like maybe switch out a pump or something like that. This particular machine had a plumbing tee in there that wasn't in the main plumbing, but there was a silicone line coming out of the overpressure valve on the steam boiler that was made of plastic, so that had kind of come apart, and I replaced it with a stainless steel tee. And I know that since then they've updated the design with a stainless steel tee there. And that was really the only thing. And when you think about something so minor being the only change that you have to make, that's pretty great. So these things are extremely well designed, very, very simple, not that much more expensive than consumer grade stuff. And here's my favorite thing now. This dishwasher, which is made in Germany, has a very simple leveling mechanism with a little screw underneath that allows for the rear to lift up and make it very easy to level front to back. That is by far my favorite thing on that. So there you have it. A simple, functional, tiny kitchen in the studio here in the woods. Again, the leveling mechanism on the Bosch 300 series 18-inch dishwasher is amazing. It just, those little things like that, you don't see them in modern designs anymore. I think it's a shame. Every appliance should have things like that, and I think a lot of people would happily pay more to have those kinds of features. Even the dishwasher models from all brands that are made in the US are not as good. As I mentioned, we've got 2 of those particular dishwashers, and they're just a decent, simple design that works. And those are things that matter to me. And I work as a product developer, as I've mentioned, and those are things that I try to apply to designs that we're bringing out, because that's what matters to me, and that's how I want to think about things. So this is a setup that has worked for me for many years, and it would be a great fit for a tiny house for anyone who really values high functionality and quality. That's kind of the way I think about purchases like this, where yes, you're spending a little bit more, but anytime there's an opportunity to do that, to not spend a massive amount more, but a little bit more to get something that will last a lot longer, or it will be repairable or maintainable in some way, it's always worth it. There are certain cases, certain categories of products where no matter how much you spend, you're going to get essentially the same level of quality of components. And that's a shame when we get into that, where the kind of consumerist price-driven mentality or value-driven mentality has been so overbearing and so overpowering that it's kind of taken on a life of its own, and we end up with products that just really don't work, and they're disposable. And I think we need to get away from that. I think if we actually value the earth and its materials and how we live, it's a lot more important to think about maintainability and things that last, like things used to. Appliances from the 1950s, if anybody's got an old chest freezer or something like that from the 50s or 60s or even the 80s, that freezer is probably still working. And I don't know if you could say that for something, refrigerator that you buy 5-10 years ago. They things like that don't last. And I think that we need to rethink some things to get back to building maintainable, high quality things that we can look after and take care of, and to be better stewards of the materials that we're using. So anyway, if you have any questions on any of these things, just drop them in the comments and I would be more than happy to help. So take care now, and God bless.